Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. According to TF1, there's an agreement in principle between Raphael Varane and Manchester United. Raphael Varane has agreed a contract until 2026. Varane has already agreed the personal terms with Man United. Talks are ongoing between Manchester United and Real Madrid. He said yesterday Manchester United are just hours away from completing the transfer for Raphael Varane. Manchester United are willing to double Varane's wages in order to sign him this summer. I think we're going to be getting him for around €56 million. J. Felix Diaz said the other day that Manchester United have to offer more money for Varane or the deal will not happen. But Raphael Varane's departure from Real Madrid is imminent. Fabrizio Romano recently said that Solskjaer wants the club to keep pushing to sign Varane because Romano mentioned that Solskjaer is an admirer of Varane and Solskjaer believes that Varane will be perfect for Man United. But Romano said the other day that Varane confirmed to Man United that he's ready to accept our contract bid. It's looking very imminent that Varane is going to be our second major signing in this summer transfer window. Don't forget we'd been given permission to approach Varane over the personal terms. That's what Sky Sports mentioned the other week. We did receive a massive boost in our pursuit of Varane because Real Madrid's wages were forced to be slashed by 150 million. Not so long ago, Varane and his family were allegedly house hunting in Manchester. So reflecting on that fueled speculation. And it said not so long ago that Varane's move to Man United could have been delayed. It said he would have been happy to wait another year for the move to Man United. Real Madrid offered Varane a renewal contract offer, but he rejected it. Varane's current contract at Real Madrid expires next year. I can assure Varane will exceed expectations in the Premier League. He'll fit in our team perfectly. What a fantastic centre-back partnership that's going to be, Varane and Harry Maguire, because they'll complement each other very well. I'm convinced that Man United will replicate what he did in his years with Real Madrid. He was a long-serving player with Real Madrid. He endured 10 years or so with them. He made 360 appearances in all competitions and he won a lot of trophies. So reflecting on that, he's got a good pedigree as a player. That's beneficial. Real Madrid got Varane from Lens back in 2011. We went in for him back under the Sir Alex Ferguson era. That was in 2011, and we also went in for him in 2018 because Woodward was prepared to sanction a £100 million move. So that's more news on Raphael Varane. Now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has planned big sales at Manchester United. Who should leave Manchester United in this summer transfer window? Now, I reckon David De Gea should leave. You know, if we was to sell David De Gea in this summer transfer window, I reckon we'd get from between 40 to 50 million pounds. I still rate David De Gea, despite him making quite a lot of mistakes in the last couple of years. A few years ago, De Gea was regarded as the best goalkeeper in the world. He's won everything domestically at the football club. He's made over 500 appearances for Man United in all competitions, and he was our number one for such a long time. So he's had 8 good years. De Gea's endured 10 years at Man United, so he's been a long servant. He's been with us since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. De Gea's on what, £375,000 a week. De Gea recently decided to cut short his holiday by 2 weeks to fight for a starting place. De Gea said he's determined to fight for his future. Not so long ago it said De Gea could be loaned out by Man United next season to make room in the goalkeeping department, because it said De Gea's future is in doubt following the arrival of Tom Heaton. He said De Gea was set for talks with Solskjaer over his future after the Euros. Brandon Williams, I think we need to loan him out to gain him more experience and to get him a lot more opportunities. Because Williams seldom plays for us, he's our third choice left back. Now, the last time I read up regarding Brandon Williams, it said Southampton were close to signing him on loan. But then it said Southampton are going to be pulling out of the race. He's our third choice left back. You know, last season he made like 14 appearances, only 5 of them were starts. In the 2019-20 season though, he made like 36 appearances. So got a lot of games under his belt that particular season. That's only because Luke Shaw had a couple of periods out with injury. To be honest with you, I think we should offload Alex Telles, because Telles hasn't been given enough opportunities at Manchester United. He's only made, 9 appearances in the Premier League. When we got Telles last year, I expected him to be our first choice left back immediately. Don't forget, at one point Telles had COVID. Now, he's been subjected to transfer speculation recently. You know, it said Inter Milan want him on loan, and Sky in Italy said the other week that Roma were in talks to sign Alex Telles as a replacement for the injured Leonardo Spinazzola. Got Telles in a deal worth 15.4 million from Porto. Telles has got a contract with Man United until 2024. Phil Jones, we need to offload him because he's always been inconsistent, plus he doesn't get in our 11, and he was out with injury for a while last season. Phil Jones is the only outfield player that's still with us from the Sir Alex Ferguson era. He's been a long-serving player at Man United. He's endured 10 years at the club. Yeah, I said Axel Tuanzebe needs to go. He's going anyway because we've agreed to let him go out on loan, I think. Diego Dalot, we also need to get rid of him. He was out on loan with AC Milan last season. We initially got Diego Dalot from Porto. We brought him in under the Jose Mourinho era. Andres Pereira, I think he needs to go. He was out on loan with Lazio last season. Sorry about that, something just went in my way. I apologise, just went in my eye. Wait there a second, guys. I apologise. Yeah, it's nearly gone now. Where were I? Lingard. I think Manchester United need to offload him. We're struggling to offload Lingard at the moment because West Ham have been struggling to meet his asking price. We actually want around £30 million for Jesse Lingard. Reports have come out today saying that Everton have entered the race. Lingard last season had a 4-month loan with West Ham and he made a fantastic impact. Solskjaer did say that Lingard is part of Man United's plans for the new season. Lingard's current contract at Man United expires next year. At one point, it said that Lingard told Solskjaer in a meeting that he wants to stay. And it said Man United were preparing to offer Lingard a new 3-year contract worth £130,000 a week. The reason we did loan him out in January though is because he got frozen out of our squad. But Lingard's been part of the club for a long time. He obviously came up our academy. I think we definitely need to offload Donny van de Beek. But we may not be now, because it said that Donny van de Beek is going to snub interest from Spain, Germany and Italy. And he said he's going to stay at Manchester United. Donny van de Beek has only endured one full season at the club. But he's unhappy, because most of Donny van de Beek's appearances have come from the bench. He's made like 36 appearances in all competitions. I recall Van de Beek starting just 4 games in the league last season. Few clubs have been in for him. Barcelona have expressed their interest. It did say there's 4 Barcelona players that Man United could accept as part of the deal for Van de Beek. Real Madrid at one point went in for him. That was a few weeks ago. It said Madrid wanted Van de Beek on loan as part of the Varane deal. Inter Milan, I think, wanted him on loan, and Arsenal at one point made contact with Man United over the future of Van de Beek. Before the Euros, it said that Van de Beek was set for showdown talks with Solskjaer over his future, and Van de Beek got ruled out of the Euros through injury. But when we got Van de Beek, and I expected him to play a lot more than he has done. We got Van de Beek in a deal worth £40 million for Marks last year. That was add-ons included. Van de Beek's under contract with us until 2025. Van de Beek's versatile. He can play in 3 different roles. I reckon we want around £25 million for Van de Beek if we sell him. I think we should definitely offload Nemanja Matic, but it looks like we're not going to. Reports said not so long ago that Matic is going to be staying at Man United for next season. I've got my strong reservations about Matic because he's always been a slow player and he's ageing up. And analysing the vast majority of his games at Man United, he has been inconsistent. He's enjoyed some good games. Matic has been at Man United over 4 years. We got Matic in a deal worth £40 million from Chelsea back in 2017. Martial, I think we need to offload him in this summer transfer window, but it looks like Martial is going to be staying for next season. Reports did mention that not so long ago. Martial has been subjected to transfer speculation before. I reckon Martial's had 2 good seasons at Man United. He was good in his debut season under Van Gaal, and he was good the season before last. Martial has been with us now over 6 years. He's under contract with Man United till 2024. There's an option of a further year. And we got him in a deal worth £58 million from Monaco back in 2015. Last season he was out with a knee injury for a while, but Martial is no longer good enough to represent the club. Juan Mata, I think we need to offload him, but I think he's going to be staying for next season because not so long ago Juan Mata extended his contract with Man United until June 2022. Teden Menge, I think he was out on loan with Derby. Do you think Man United need to offload him? So, there you go. Obviously, Manchester United have been linked with quite a lot of players. So obviously now you know the news on Varane. There's quite a lot of midfielders that Manchester United are looking at. I gave you the news on Ruben Neves yesterday. Narratives were coming out saying that Man United are leading Arsenal in the race to sign Ruben Neves, and it says Wolves are willing to sell Ruben Neves for £35 million. Ruben Neves has got a contract with Wolves until 2024. He's made 151 appearances in the Premier League for Wolves. He's been at Wolves since 2017. Wolves paid 15.8 million for him from Porto. He's a midfielder and he's the age of 24, still young, got a lot of development in him. He's been superb for Wolves. I think he'd fit in our team perfectly, and it's beneficial as well because he is Premier League proven. He's Ruben Neves. Eduardo Camavinga, we're still trying to get him from Rennes. Saul Niguez from Atletico Madrid's on our agenda. Solskjaer recently called him. Sport Build said yesterday that Manchester United have submitted a contract offer to sign Leon Goretzka from Bayern Munich on a free in the summer of 2022, which is next year. So far, Man United have made 2 signings in this summer transfer window. We brought Tom Eaton in on a free transfer from Villa. And obviously we brought Jadon Sancho in from Borussia Dortmund. I gave you the news on Sancho earlier on. He said Manchester United's announcement of the Jadon Sancho transfer has been delayed by a minor issue. An announcement though is expected soon. Jan-Age Fortoff said not so long ago that an announcement is round the corner. Fabrizio Romano said the other day that the paperwork has been sorted between Man United and Borussia Dortmund for Sancho. Solskjaer's made it clear that he wants to make around 4 signings in this summer transfer window, and he did identify the areas in the squad where he wants to strengthen up. But I'm expecting Man United to enjoy a good summer transfer window because, you know, I'm expecting Solskjaer to get all the players he wants to recommend in. It's about time Solskjaer got some backing because he wasn't backed enough for such a long time. This summer transfer window is Solskjaer's 5th transfer window as permanent Man United manager. He has now spent over £300 million. But our board did make it clear that they'll back Solskjaer with summer signings and a new contract. And obviously before the summer transfer window opened, it said Solskjaer had been given a £150 million transfer budget to buy around 4 or 5 new players. Solskjaer's ambition for next season is to win the Premier League. The United fans that are very sceptical will win it under Solskjaer. You know, we haven't won the Premier League since 2013, which is 8 years ago now. Next season, I'd definitely say Solskjaer has got to win a trophy because he's not yet won a trophy as Manchester United manager, and we haven't won a trophy since 2017. No, and that's nowhere near good enough to our standards. I'd say next season, Solskjaer has got to improve his decision making as well, because in a lot of the games he's managed so far at Man United, he has been tactically naive. Next season will be Solskjaer's third full season as Manchester United manager, because at the moment he's endured 2 full seasons. In a way, I am surprised that Solskjaer is still Man United manager, like I've said before, because we have endured very bad periods under him where he's been very close to being sacked, and we lost the Europa League final last season to Villarreal, which was very, very disappointing. But the reason Solskjaer is still Man United manager is because he's a club legend. That's what's basically saved him. Disregarding being a club legend, I can almost assure he wouldn't have been here now. Solskjaer did enjoy 11 years as a player for Man United. He flourished under Sir Alex Ferguson's guidance. But whatever happens regarding Solskjaer, I'll always adore him because, like I said, he is a club legend. Despite us getting Sancho and despite us being on the verge of getting Raphael Varane, it still doesn't change my perception on Ole. I still don't think he's a long-term manager for Man United, and I think a lot of United fans will agree with me on that aspect. There's United fans that are Ole in, there's also United fans that are Ole out. I've criticised Solskjaer a lot during his managerial tenure at Man United, but I've had my reasons behind it. But I still think Ole is our best manager since Ferguson, because in certain aspects he has brought consistency back. Solskjaer has been in charge of Man United now for 31 months, which is over 2 years. We appointed Ole in December 2018 to replace Mourinho. He's been permanent Man United manager since March 2019. The reason we gave him the job in March 2019 was reflecting how well he did as the interim manager. But like I said, I've got my concerns about Ole, but there's also a lot of positives regarding Ole as well. Like I've gone through with you before, but when we have been inconsistent, not all the blame has stemmed from Ole. Obviously, in some of them bad periods, some players have had to take responsibility. Obviously, Ole's accountable for certain things. And I hate the way the football club has been run for a long time. Woodward, he's been one of the biggest issues at Man United for a long time. Woodward is leaving Man United. He's had a 16-year association with the club. And the Glazers, they've been one of the biggest problems at the club for a long time as well. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.